quite a journey in season 2.
Yeah, in lieu of any details I'm allowed to give you, I'm going to use the word journey a lot.
It's a good word.
Yeah, well, it's a good word, but you're not allowed to say anything else.
Well, but from season 1 to season 2, you
Oh,
can
yes.
talk about that.
Yes.
That's quite a transformation, going from pure black-hearted villain to kind of maybe a murkier.
Yeah, well, I never really saw it that way anyway, so it's difficult for me to answer those questions because in the pilot, he was a pure black-hearted villain because, in fact, the most pure black-hearted villainous stuff he did all in the first episode, which is why I didn't want to do the show. No, I'm not joking. When I read that,
you had
it was
said
a
that
no.
a couple of years ago.
It's still, you wait years to play a non-villain, you get sent that. I'm like, oh, cheers, thanks. I mean, it was obviously very good and a really compelling read, but it's that I don't think I want to just play living manifestation of evil, black leather coat. I've even worn the black leather coat before, like twice, I think. But it was, when I read episode, I voiced my concerns and my doubts, and I was shown a copy of Night 2, because the original pilot was actually in 2 parts, and they halved it, so the second half was already written. And there was a scene with his son and the family, and then a scene from his perspective of an attack. And people remember that scene as me being particularly stern, but I'm not, I'm just wearing a Nazi uniform. Because actually the way I played it would be exactly the way that I would play it in season 2 or season 3. Except I was dressed as a Nazi, and the first time you'd seen someone in their home dressed as a Nazi talking to their son, so people remember, oh, were you being really stern with your son? No, the costume did that for you. What he was doing was just talking, So for me, the seeds of that have always been there, and actually, not that it's necessarily there, not that it's necessarily going to be seen, but that's what I've always been aiming towards and fighting for those little opportunities to show, because that's where it was headed, or that's where I'd always hoped it would be headed. And if it seemed to be heading another way, I'm gently trying to push back. But for me, that's what's interesting about it, is the fact that there is a clash between the man he would have been and the man he's ended up being. And the man he would have been is still in there, under various layers.
So we're just kind of seeing more of the beating heart coming through a bit more now.
Yeah, well, I hope.
Well, his family, of course, took a dramatic turn in season 2 with his son's health issues. Does that get resolved or addressed further in season 3?
Well, it continues. I mean, it certainly doesn't. It certainly gets addressed. I mean, yeah. I mean, this storyline and all of the connective, everything connected to it continues through. Just the repercussions and the effects everywhere, and also professionally, as a result of the changes in his family, he is rewarded. That actually, the kind of the idea of him as a hero, as an example, to be lauded in the Nazi world, means that he goes even higher in the world, so that as one part of him is in descent, or at least in crisis, that's got to exist at the same time as his rise in the ranks and becoming more adored and more powerful. So it's kind of, tricky.
By turning in his son, so to speak, as somebody who was undesirable, they decided to do it and reward him?
Well, he didn't turn in his son. His son turned in himself. No, he would never do that. No, the only reason that's the absolute opposite of who Smith is. The only reason any of this is happening is to protect his children. No, that is absolutely not happening. No way. No, I mean, he'd fight, he would certainly do anything to stop that from happening. The reason it happened is because he left town and his son turns himself in. So the irony of that is, despite his own hidden doubts, he's raised a perfect Nazi. And that is his punishment.
So we're going to see him kind of chafing a little bit under the system that he's been brought up with.
I don't know. I mean, that is something. If I was to have my say, it would show more than it does. Because that's what I'm there for. But I mean, that's there. Sometimes there's times but it's difficult because the pressure on him. Here's the reason. The more reason he has to resent and to feel the horror of him having hitched his wagon to this monster that wants to eat his children. In order to protect his children, it's gone wrong. The only way of keeping them safe, the more powerful he gets, is to get more powerful. Because there are forces raging against him. Even if he starts in some way to hate the system, he needs to be the most powerful person in that system. Because if he loses his power, you don't get to retire. It's like the mafia. It's not like, oh, well, you can go and move to the country with it. No. The only thing that's going to protect his family, protect them from all of this stuff, is him being the guy. So despite his doubts, as he may have, he has to. So there's two opposite forces.
I'm sure you love playing those different levels, interior as an actor, internally, and letting them come out in different ways, even though it may or may not be in the.
Yeah, I mean that for me is the only thing that's interesting about it. Do you know what I mean? Because people aren't. That's the way people are. You know. I mean, no, there are people who totally believe, but what's interesting then is like, why do they? You know, how does it happen? You know, it's humans. So sometimes it's not very. People would be more comfortable if you dehumanized the monster. The unfortunate truth is that people who think of themselves as good people who think of themselves as moral, as victims, can use that belief to become monsters and not know it.
We see that happening in our world today.
Sure, but you see it at school too.
Yeah.
You know, bullies who get beaten up at home. What do you know? People who think,
Right.
You know.
We don't know what drives them.
Yeah.
Well, does
People who
Juliana
think they're
Crane,
Poland when in fact they're Berlin.
does Juliana Crane become still the thorn in his side? Where does she kind of enter his world at this point?
Well, I don't have any simple answers for these things. I thought he's always rather liked Juliana Crane. You know, sometimes your adversaries are the people that you actually feel a kind of kinship with, and, you know. But yeah, she continues to be a pesky varmint.
Is that in your perspective or his?
It's just a joke.
Well, are we going to be seeing any of the repercussions to the supposed uprising within the ranks of the right from season 2?
Oh yeah, all the knock-on effect of that continue for a long time. It's like someone asked the Chinese minister a couple of years ago what the effects of the French Revolution were on the financial systems of the world, and he said it's too early to say. You know, so yeah, these things carry on reverberating for a very, very long time. I don't know how many seasons, but, you know.
Do you have any other projects coming up?
I've done a little bit in a movie with Renee Zellweger called Judy, in which she plays Judy Garland. A very nice script, English movie, well, probably American one, but I don't know. But and it's really wonderful. She plays Judy Garland at the end of her life in London, and I play her ex-husband, manager Sid Luft. It's not a big part, but it's something I was very, very proud, very happy to do. So that's something. And then I just had a bit of a break. Now I'm going to do, in a couple of days, I'm going to do something else a little bit secret. And then, you know, but I've been holidaying rather nicely in Los Angeles.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck with the next season.
Thank you. Thank you.